Lupus Part 2. I was walking to the store one day, and it was sunny, but it was not hot. It was a beautiful day. And as I was walking in the clear sun, no trees, just walking, trying to go to the store to get some cake for church. Okay, although I make food from scratch, but that day I was in a rush to get that cake done so that I could bring it to church. It was only a 7-minute walk to the gas station where I needed to get that cake mix. And as I approached the parking lot of the gas station, I felt my forehead felt like somebody hit me with a hammer from the inside out. I'll say a few seconds later, not minutes, my stomach was so nauseated. I wanted to throw up. A few more seconds passed before I could get to the door of the gas station. I could see the door. I went to reach out for it, and I threw up. When I picked my head up from throwing up and reached for the door, I passed out. Everything just went black in front of me, and I felt myself going down forward. And I was passed out before I hit the ground. So thank God I didn't have to feel the pain of of that hitting that cement. Anyway, they took me to the emergency room, and that's when they told me what was going on after they resuscitated me, blah, blah, blah. And they made it very clear to me that they had to do all kinds of course, they had to do testing because they said that I looked healthy, and they couldn't see why I stopped breathing, which made them do DNA testing for different ethnic groups of people carrying different things in their blood. And which at that moment they found out that they did it 10 times, that I was less than, what did it say? Exactly, it says greater than 60% non-black, non-African American is what it said. 10 times they did that. Finally, the test results for DNA came back as Native American Indian. More of that than anything else but actually the DNA just says that, period. It doesn't say more of, or it just says DNA Native Indian American, So at that point I was shocked about that and shocked about this lupus thing. And they started putting me on all kinds of medications, mainly pain medications, because they said they really didn't have any medication for lupus. So they put me on all kinds of medication, trial basis, testing, researchable, just trying things to see what would affect, what would make it stop or balance me out. And I was not happy with the fact that they gave me morphine first. And again, I did some medical classes. I don't work at the hospital, but I've done the classes and the knowledge is in my head. So I knew I did take the morphine for 2 days because the pain was unbearable. But I noticed that I couldn't even open my eyes to do anything or even get off the bed. So that was not what I wanted, I didn't want to just be semi-unconscious until I die. No. So I let the doctors know that was not what I wanted. And besides that, somehow I think God did that. While I was in and out of conscience on the morphine, a program came on called America on Drugs, and it was showing what morphine does to the body and the organs. And I did medical classes, but I missed that one, I guess. And I was not happy about that morphine and how it shuts you down. And eventually you just die, you know. You don't even, you just fall asleep and you just don't get up no more. So, of course, I took that back to the doctor and told him there's no way. There's no way that I'm taking any more of that. I don't care how much pain I'm in. Pain to the point that you're holding on to walls when you walk. Your legs are giving out, or your hands are so swollen and your arms are swollen and your shoulders, and you can't close your hands. You can't hold a cup. You can't hold a fork to feed yourself because your hands won't close, and and they hurt on top of it. You can't, you have a hard time dressing yourself. You can't pull your pants up. Simple things. Trying to pull your pants up is like pulling your pants up with broken hands and arms. It's not pleasant. And I was told them, I am not taking no more morphine. You're trying to kill me faster. Morphine kills people. I'm not taking it. Okay, that's just my opinion. Okay, I'm not trying to get sued. But that's my opinion, and that was my interpretation from the program that I saw describing what morphine does. And literally, they most of the time give morphine to people who are terminal, and they're on their way out anyway. And I suppose they felt like I was on my way out because they said to me that I was going to die. And yes, they had resuscitated me, but looking at my results from all the tests they took, they let me know that I was definitely going to die. And there was nothing they could do about it because they didn't know that much about it, and they're still learning about it. So I said to them, but you're not going to kill me faster. I mean, I don't need you to. They said, well, we just want to make you feel comfortable before you die. What a nice thing to say, But I guess they felt like they needed to be honest as they could about my medical situation. Now, on the bright side, it showed that anything that I had in my body, like I said, a virus or whatever it was gone. Completely nowhere to be seen. And that I just only had the same amount as anybody else who had a shot to protect themselves from whatever viruses there were. That's part one. Part two.